Guys, so in this video I'm going to be giving my old fan here a tune-up. It's an old oscillating fan made by Jab. Here's the tag there. Anyway, I got this thing from Goodwill quite a few years ago for, I don't know, 10 or so bucks. And I gave it a blue paint job. But it's been in the storage unit, and as you can tell, it's been well used, so I was going to go through it, clean it up, oil the bearings on it, and get it ready for another summer of service. So let's get all this dust off of this thing and clean it up here. Okay, so I got it all apart for the most part. It was quite dusty. Popped the gearbox cover off, and the grease is still grease. So I'm not going to change it out right now. It does have a plastic gear on this one. Wait for it to zoom in there. But I mean, it's been a great little fan. So I'm going to wash these off in the utility sink and then dry it off and throw it back together again. And then use some of this Starrett tool oil and dribble some down into these holes right here and right here. That'll lube the bearings for the motor here. And then I'll throw it back together, and then we'll turn it on and see how she does. So let me do that here. So here she is, back together and clean. Let's see here. I got it plugged in. There's low. Once that grease warms up in that little gearbox, it is a very quiet fan, as you can probably tell here. So the paint I used was a Krylon. It's still a little damp on the cover there. It was a Krylon paint for plastic, and I've been very happy with it. It's been very durable for what this thing has done. It probably hasn't ran in over a year, so this is the first time I've started it up since it's been sitting in storage for so long. But with warm weather coming, it's always nice to have some air circulation in your room. When it comes to buying these, I always look for these at estate sales because they're usually pretty reasonably priced, but you can get burned with them. You need to look at the condition of it, if it's completely caked in dust, if you can, plug it in and see if it oscillates, because if any gears are screwed up in that little gearbox, it's pretty much trash unless you just want it to not oscillate. But overall condition is always a plus. Usually the older fans are pretty solid. The newer ones, unfortunately, are not all that great. But I've been very happy with this older Jab brand fan. I don't have a model for you. All I have is a 0482 on the bottom there. I don't know who made it, but if I can look for it online, I'll put it in the description. But this is just a little loving care every season, and your stuff will thank you for it. So I know you can use just all-in-one, but I had this Starrett tool oil. I had to buy it because some of my tools in my toolbox were getting kind of sticky, which I did finally Got it. I finally have a job. Yay. I was finally able to get employment with a very good company. I just have to pass a drug screening, but that's super easy because say no to drugs, kids. So I will be busy doing that. So videos will be slower than they already are. But thank you guys for watching and subscribing. And I will catch you guys in the next video here.